Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Higher Consciousness. My name is Alexis. I am an intuitive tarot reader, an astrologer, artist, and yoga instructor here on YouTube. And I want to share my gifts with those who are looking for some direction as well as insight on what is currently going on within their lives. So today I'm going to be doing a video on what blessings are coming to you this March 2021. All right, so here are our piles. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. If you want to take a moment to pause the video, meditate on the cards, and we'll see what blessings are coming your way in March 2021. If you chose pile number 1, then this reading is for you to figure out what blessings are coming your way in March 2021. So right away, we have our amethyst card coming up, reveal your true self. It says, as you follow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. And we have Moldavite upside down, unconditionality. So the Moldavite is actually a crystal that happens from impact of meteorites hitting the Earth's surface. So this is really an out of this world substance and crystal energy. So it says your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. That being in reverse. So it appears as if there's some sort of blockage that may be occurring with a creative expression, an expression to be different. So pile number 1, the vibrations of number 1 tend to be a leader. So this is very helpful that you are revealing your true self, that your authenticity is coming through. And so Spirit is combining this authenticity and saying, encouraging it. It's emphasizing you're getting to know the authentic self, and it needs to come through in more creative platforms. So that's what this is indicating to me, because you're getting to know the true self, and you're going to be able to reveal your differences at some point, because there's some sort of inward reflection that happens before it is exposed on a more public social level. And for you as a number 1, I'm sure you are really itching to share it and just waiting for the moment. Spirit says with Eagle, the communion card being upside down in reverse, there's a need to look within nature. There's a need to look within animals, that there are spirit guides in the forms of animals such as eagles. If you are by chance in an extraordinary place where there are eagles to be found, this guide is sending a call that has not been answered yet. So you may be looking for messages within the eagle. The eagle flies extremely high. It's one of the birds that flies the very highest. In fact, it is able to get off other birds who are bothering it by flying to such extreme heights that it gets rid of the other birds. So that might be a message from Spirit for you, is to take on those characteristics of the eagle that may be lacking right now. Perhaps you're letting some people into your sphere, into your energy bubble, and they're just lingering there. And Spirit is saying, take time to fly higher. Take time to ascend, move beyond those limitations of those in your environment. So Spirit has a message from the eagle. Spirit has a message from communion, from being able to connect with others, other people, other animals, other entities, in order to feel more at ease, in order to feel more one and whole. It appears that there's some sort of blockage happening where you found an authentic part of yourself that hasn't been fully revealed yet. And Spirit is saying, if you tap in to animal energies of the environment, those will give you the cues as to when you need to share that message of unique quality that you have. I'm gonna see what other cards we have here. Keepers of the earth coming in. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So I'm getting this idea that Spirit definitely, this was a confirmation that Spirit has a message to send to you. Eagles being the messengers closest to the spirit plane as they fly very high. This is a confirmation from Spirit that yes, indeed, someone from the heavens, a guardian spirit wants to keep in touch with you. They want to remind you that you're not alone. So although you are feeling kind of alienated and unique because of this newfound authenticity, Spirit wants to let you know you're not alone, and it's okay for those unique flavors to come through. It reminds us that if each person were not as unique and individual as they are, then this world would be very boring. It would be very conforming. And you, as a number one, are a leader. You are someone who paves the way for others to follow. So Spirit is saying, let the energies build up and come in contact, have a word through meditation, through some sort of divine connection with your guides in order to move forward, in order to be able to share this unconventionality aspect of yourself. We have Warrior Woman coming up. Have you answered your deepest calling? I love that card coming up because it's telling me again that you are sent for a divine purpose, and Spirit is giving you the strength to do it. She's carrying a sword, very fast moving energy. So it's likely that in March 2021, you're going to be experiencing very fast moving energy now. It's likely that you've stumbled upon your true self, and now you're doing more research so that you can take action. It may be that the more you are discovering, the more you're starting to realize that you have a passion, a life purpose to fulfill. The Warrior Woman is a signifier that you have the strength within you to act upon it. So I have some tarot cards here to help us paint the picture a little bit more. We have 5 of Swords in reverse. So it's like there's a desire to move forward, right? We have sword energy here and we have sword energy here. But that appears to be a blockage, and that's falling into place very well with those other cards in reverse. So with this blockage, maybe you walked away from another scenario. It's very likely you walked away from another scenario, and now you're finding an authentic voice to return back to a similar scenario, if not the same scenario, because this blockage right here is in need of being resolved. It's in need of being resolved. So please, Spirit, help us understand what Group 1 needs to know about resolving this blockage. 10 of Wands. Okay, this is the message. It makes sense now. 10 of Wands. This woman, you are carrying a big workload, and that's probably the holdup. So it's like Spirit is ready to send you messages, but you have such a busy workload that you're not taking the messages that they are sending to you. There's this drive where you're like, I'm gonna go for it, bam, bam, bam. You want things done as fast as a sword cuts through air, but you have such a busy workload and such a busy plate that you're not able to accomplish those things, or you haven't thus far shared your voice in that authentic way or attacked those projects because it's kind of slowing you down, carrying all this weight. I think part of the problem may be that pile 1, or those of energies of 1, tend to take on a lot of other people's burdens as well because they are a leader. So it's very likely that you've taken on some of those other people's sticks. Not all of those are your own. So being very aware at this time in March 2021 as to whose projects and burdens you are carrying, and asking yourself, are they aligning with your true voice, with your authentic self? Because if any of the projects are not in alignment with the authentic self and the emerging unique voice that's coming through, then it's holding you up from your truest calling. It's very likely you've taken a moment to walk away already, but there's still a blockage in existence. So Spirit, please help us understand what Group 1 needs to know to clear the air and move forward with these projects of the authentic self. We have Virgo energy coming up, and Virgo energy is perfect for this because Virgos are very intelligent and they communicate. They internalize what they see and then they find a way to communicate it well. So this Virgo energy is also based on health and wellness. It's related to the 6th house of health and wellness. So it's also very likely that you are being guided to take care of yourself, your health and wellness, because you have been managing, perhaps you're a manager of a business or head of a corporation, and you are just slammed with work and you've taken on other people's tasks. And so now you're being called to take more time for yourself, to focus on health and wellness, so that in the time of your self-work, your health and wellness, your improved healthy routine is going to allow you to be able to operate your mind, sword energy, mentality. Your mentality is going to be more sharp when you've taken time for yourself and your health and wellness. You're going to be very sharp. You're going to be able to tackle these projects even better, because what happens is in the body, when the body improves itself and it's able to function in such a positive, efficient way, then when the body functions very well in a physical way, then so too does the mind. We've seen this time and time again. Those who are physically fit, who take the time to work on their fitness, are also very mentally sharp. They are able to train the mind. It's literally training the mind. When they overcome something, a physical challenge, it creates a new neural network pathway in the brain, which then correlates to our other projects. It allows these different areas of the mind to connect that were previously not talking or not experiencing as much growth. So they are very interrelated, although we can't see the connection all the time. Mentality is related to physical health and wellness. Keeping that in mind, that it is very much worth taking a time for yourself in your health and wellness. Your mentality will thank you. You will overcome this blockage. Ceres coming up as well. Ceres being an asteroid. And you know what? You know what I really love is the parallel between the Ceres asteroid and the Moldavite being in reverse, because it's like this is what causes this. The asteroids, the impact of cosmic bodies on the Earth's surface creates Moldavite. So this is Spirit saying you have the energy. You have the energy to create that which you desire. You desire sharing your authentic voice. You need to take action. You need to be able to move in the cosmos. You need to be able to be freely moving as an asteroid is in the cosmos. And right now, with all the burdens that you're carrying, it's very hard for you to move and work towards sharing that authentic voice. So hopefully by taking more time for health and wellness, your mentality will sharpen. You will remove some projects, unnecessary projects from your workload. You will be freely moving, and you will be able to share this authentic voice that you have been growing. Pile number 1, I hope this helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Take care, and we'll see you again next time. Bye. Hi, group number 2. If you chose pile number 2, then this reading is for you to find out what is coming your way in March 2021. So what blessings are coming for pile 2? We have socialize or join us, the soda light card. Make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by being involved with a group of like-minded people. How perfect for our group number 2, because group number 2 is an empath. Group number 2 is able to find compassion for others. So this is very fitting for you, pile number 2. Spirit is saying you should be networking. You should be building your network and creating connections, because that is what resonates with the vibration of 2. It resonates one-on-one experiences as well as larger group settings. Ametrine, balancing masculine and feminine energies. I love that as well, because once again it correlates to 2 dualities, masculine and feminine, balancing one another out. Once again, that resonates very much so with the number 2 and those dualities that are at play. So it's almost like in order for you to be whole, in order for you to unlock your truest potential, especially for group 2, is that balancing the masculine and feminine energies are necessary. So paying attention to the tasks, the perceptions, maybe even simply our receptivity as well as our activity. Masculine being activity, feminine being receptivity. So asking yourself, are you giving as much as you are receiving? Are you receiving as much as you are giving? This is a very important question in order to understand which energies have been more at play in your life, because Spirit is saying there's a very high chance that it was not in alignment, or this is something that you are actively working on right now, is balancing your ability to receive and your ability to give. What else do we have for pile 2? Gaia, nurturing, is upside down. So it appears as though there's some sort of blockage, or perhaps there's a desire for this and it hasn't quite happened yet. So perhaps right now you are desiring feelings of being nurtured, and that's what's missing from your life right now. You could be on the search for a partnership, whether it be a relationship or a platonic partnership, like a business partnership, a friend, a colleague. It could be that you're desiring this partnership and it's not happening right now, and therefore there is a blockage. And therefore Spirit is saying to socialize and to create a network of like-minded people. So you have this desire, you have it as a blockage. You're working towards it in March 2021 by balancing the masculine and feminine energies of your activity and your identity. What else do we have here? The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So keeping in mind that this desire for connection and to nurture and be nurtured that's happening, it's not your fault. That's what this card is saying. It's happening for you, not to you. So it's not your fault. When partnerships happen, they take 2 or more people. which means that you could be out there putting your energies forward, as a number 2 likely does, is put their energy out there. They offer compassion. You are offering compassion, and just because someone else is too busy or not being receptive to you, it's showing you that it's not your fault. It's not your fault if someone else doesn't want to give back what you are giving them. Check in with your masculine and feminine energies. Are you giving too much away that is not being given back to you? Is it a 50-50 relationship, or isn't it? Because if it isn't a 50-50 relationship, then keep in mind that it's not always you. It's not always your desires for nurturing that are in the wrong. It could be the other person's lack of acknowledging, or perhaps they have another sort of love language that makes it different from what you are. You may be desiring this nurturing aspect and then not getting that sort of love language in return. Perhaps the partner or the love interest is not nurturing with physical affection. Perhaps they're trying to provide material abundance, or perhaps they're trying to just give you some food, and perhaps it's not the kind of love language, the affection that you are desiring. So just keeping in mind that there's room for progress, and taking ownership for what you can control, and letting be what you cannot control. We have unbound, so it's time to let go. It's time to lose yourself in a little bit of a sense, because as a number 2, a number 2's blockage could be that they've become dependent. They can become codependent. Again, spirit is coming into play. When we have balanced masculine and feminine energies, we are not codependent, because we see that we don't need someone of the opposite gender or someone of a sexual interest. We don't need them to be fulfilled, because we already have aspects of the other gender, of the other within us. So once we realize that we already have those powers within us, we don't need to search for it in someone else and become dependent on that other person's opposite energy to keep us whole. This is saying break free from those patterns, from that pattern of being codependent. Break free and being able to ever unfold the rose. You are a blooming rose at this time. So perhaps you are blooming, you are in this blooming stage. We are constantly transforming and evolving, but Spirit is saying at this time you can release the patterns that are holding you back. We can move free from stages of codependency. We can break free from stages of not getting the kind of love that we desire. You can express that love and see what happens. You can express the way that you find love, that you feel loved, and hope that they will receive and give back to you the way you put out. So breaking these old patterns, those that are no longer serving you, moving into the new. What else do we have, Spirit, for pile number 2? We have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So it could be that you have just gone on a mental journey. The swords are very mental, fast-moving energies, and with this being in reversed, it could mean that it has already happened, or that there's a blockage where your mentality is needing to be flowing and it's not, or perhaps you already went on a very long mental trip. So this card being in reversed is like saying that great if you've already moved past the mental trip, and if this is a blockage right now, this can become free. We can become free from it by breaking free of the pattern. We don't have to have a mental trip and psych ourselves out of, again, the miscommunication that is happening in a partnership or in a connection. that heavy mental energy, we can realize that a great amount of that mental energy was happening within ourselves, and that mental energy is going to be healed again by balancing masculine and feminine energies. We're going to break free of the mental trip by finding the other within us. What else do we have? We have Nine of Wands in reverse as well. So what's really interesting about both of these cards is both of this heavy phallic energy, a heavy masculine energy, and the fact that they're both in reverse. They're also both the faster moving suits of the tarot. The swords and the wands are faster moving than pentacles and cups. So, you know, what's really interesting is because these cards are depicting such heavy masculine energy and it is in reverse, what does that tell you? What does that tell you in relation to this card? That tells me that you've had a blockage with your masculine energy. If this is resonating with you, it is because of the Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands in reverse, demonstrating that masculine energy has had a blockage in your life. This action energy is having a blockage. The fast moving energy, the action masculine energy is having a blockage right now. So Spirit is saying that you might be taking the role of the feminine within your relationship, or even within the relationship with yourself. And now is the time to take upon more masculine characteristics so as to not feel so codependent on the partnership and to feel more reliant, more resourceful, and more efficient by taking on more of an action masculine personality at this time. Okay, Spirit, what else can we tell group number 2 about what to expect in March 2021? What blessings are coming now? We have the blessing of full moon coming in, which is such a masculine energy. So it appears that this blockage with the masculine energy is going to be coming to an end by perhaps the full moon at the end of March. Or perhaps the whole theme of March is greater activity, greater things coming to light, being illuminated, actions being taken. Very good news. So it appears that this blockage is coming to an end. You've gained awareness. You're moving past it. We also have Pisces, and I really love Pisces here because Pisces is all about psychology. Pisces is about the subconscious mind. So right now, by us having this discussion in this sacred space, we are unveiling that there has been a blockage with the mental aspects, with the masculine aspects, and by gaining this insight is very Piscean energy. It's very Piscean energy to have insights and to dive into the subconscious mind. So now that we've dived into the waters of Pisces and Neptune, we can have a greater insight as to what actions need to be taken in March 2021. So I hope this helped group number 2. If it did help, please like and subscribe down below. Let me know what resonated with you, and take care. I hope to see you again in a future reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose pile number 3, then this reading is for you to discover what blessings are coming for you in March 2021. So Spirit, what blessings are coming for group 3? Diamond, value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. So this is telling me that perhaps you haven't been as tough in the past as you will be in March 2021. Perhaps your self-worth has had damages or blockages in the past, and now you're really recognizing your self-worth. diamonds are the toughest gemstone out there. In earth science, they talk about how tough diamonds are and how tough the surface is of a diamond to be scratched, yet diamonds can easily scratch onto other gemstones or other entities. So know that with this newfound self-value, that you have the potential to be very sharp. So keep that in mind, that your self-value can be very sharp. It has the potential to possibly even hurt other people, but that's the negative connotation of diamond. As we know, diamonds are very beautiful, very resilient. So taking on those positive characteristics and shining your light out in the world at this time is a great thing, as Spirit is saying. We also have the moonstone coming up, heightened intuition. Be aware of your inner knowingness, as it is trustworthy. So perhaps at this time in March 2021, you are having some insights, some gut instincts. Maybe something is feeling right. Maybe something is not feeling right. Check in with your gut instincts. So for those who are well aware of intuition, then great. If you are not as aware of intuition, check in with the body centers. Intuition is found in both the gut as well as in the mind. So check in with the body is feeling. You might be feeling spiritual tingles, and when something just clicks in. Check in with your gut center. Are you feeling butterflies? Does something just feel good there? Almost like you're on a roller coaster and there's butterflies, but yet there's excitement. Check in with your headspace. Are you open to receive messages? Is your mindset expanded? Are your thoughts open and free, yet very engaged in the moment? Is there this balance of headspace? So being very aware of what it feels like in the body to experience a message of intuition, because Spirit has a lot of messages they want to share with you in the coming month. What else do we have? We have sanctuary, cave, and I really love this for pile number 3, because many of us are still experiencing a very socially distant reality, and pile number 3, those with number 3 energy tend to resonate with that of being the life of the party. They are such a life force. And so at this time, life path 3, or those that resonate with this energy of 3 for this reading, they are taking on creative tasks, creative projects, because of being stuck in at home and in retreat. Spirit is saying this is a great place to be, because you are given such energy and intuition, insight, that they want you to channel those insights and create something with it, such as this man is doing within the cave, drawing, painting, telling a story through a creative medium. Spirit is saying it's time for you to retreat and to channel your creativity through whatever practice you desire, to share the messages they are sending you through that creative force. Awakening, energetic upgrades, new way of being, integration. So it's very likely you are enlightening yourself at this time. You are gaining more insights. Those two side by side, such beautiful colors, rainbow colors, prism colors. When we think of prisms resonate with the same energy. And let me tell you something about prisms. They catch light, and then when they catch the light, they break it down to its different vibrations, from red to violet. Red on the lowest end of the spectrum, violet on the top end of the spectrum. So what prisms do is they focus light and they break it down and organize it. And that's the feeling that I'm getting here from the color tones, the rainbows, prism lights within the moonstone and the awakening, is that you are having such profound insights right now that is told in such a generalized sense. You're taking an energy such as light, and you are the one taking that energy and organizing it and compartmentalizing it so that you can understand it and so that other people can understand it. You are the prism. You are the energy shifter. That's the feeling that I'm getting from those. Powerful insight for those of number 3 energies. We have align your life coming up. What's not in alignment or needs to change. This card coming up here is saying that you can refine your practice a little bit more by setting your intentions. I don't feel that it's a lack of insight or messages coming in. It's rather a redirection of intention that needs to be occurring this upcoming month. Aligning your life, setting your intentions is going to allow you to become even more efficient in your projects. Setting your intentions is really going to help you channel these messages in such an efficient way. What else does group 3 need to know, Spirit, about what to expect in the coming month? 8 of Pentacles coming up. You're going to be very actively working on your projects, and it's going to have a pretty nice return on it. It's almost like you've finally found what it is that really clicks with you, which is rather creative projects. We have both this cave painting happening as well as working at a desk and working on drawing, creating. So we have such a very creative energy here, group 3. And Spirit is saying it's going to have a nice payoff. It's going to provide for you. If you keep pursuing this creative pathway, it's going to provide for you. That's for sure. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming up, confirming that message. It's almost like an evolved version of the 8 of Pentacles. So we might even be seeing in the month ahead, we might even be seeing a significant progress, leaps and bounds from the start of the month to later on. Earlier on in the month, there's new moon energy. There's very withdrawn, retreat, focused in isolation, creative energy. And then later on, it's like you're going to be able to sit on your throne in a public, more exposed environment. With the full moon at the end of the month, you might be able to feel like you're evolving, that you start the month out with such creative intensity at home, and you finish the month being able to share your gift, to share your final works with the world. You're going to perhaps even be able to take a trip. You're going to be able to be maybe in an environment like in with nature, and where you truly feel like a queen. You might feel very abundant in more than just a physical way, but the Queen of Pentacles realizes that abundance is not just of monetary value. Abundance is the earth. Abundance is earth energy, because our grandmother Earth is so helpful. She provides for us. So when we have evolved from our state of consciousness of being actively engaged on a project to when we're sitting with the project, the complete project out in nature, we come to realize that we are one. We are created by the Creator, just as we have channeled the Creator to create. So if that makes sense, I'm saying that the Queen of Pentacles is who we're going to become at the end of the month, and what we're going to realize by creating the project in the start of the month is that by the end of the month we will realize that we are a piece of the Creator, that we have channeled Spirit to provide such a blessing to ourselves and to those in our environment. Spirit, what else do we have for group number 3 in order to understand what's coming in March 2021? We have Pallas Athena, universal energy coming up. If you take a look a little closer at the card, there is this symbol And when I saw this symbol, it really caught my eye as being a feminine, very feminine symbol, but yet it's not completely. So it's almost like it's actually a universal symbol. I feel like it's non-gender conforming. It's an asteroid, so it means that it travels through space. It moves through wide open spaces, and it can possibly come in contact with different cosmic bodies. So you are very free moving. This free moving energy is going to help you be more universal and be able to connect and interact with different people after your state of isolation. You're going to be able to have the opportunity to put your stuff out there in a universal way to reach the masses, to reach all those cosmic bodies. We also have last quarter moon. So it's almost like you might be finishing up a project in March 2021 with all these creative energies happening. You might be likely near the end of a project. You might be having pushed out a lot of energy out there already. You took a lot of action, and now you're going to be starting to retreat to gain more insights. With the last quarter moon card, you're going to have put your energy out, and now you're going to feel a sense of accomplishment, a sigh of relief before you retreat again within your cave to create yet again. I hope this helped group number 3. If it did and you liked this video, please like it and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought, what resonates with you the most. Please take care, and I hope to see you again in a future video. Bye.